We're going to talk about technology.
Hey guys, welcome to the Mike and Marie Show.
Welcome back to the show. This is the Mike and Marie Show.
Yes, welcome back, listeners, and to all our new listeners out there. Today's episode is going to be talking about
Technology.
in your marriage.
That's right. This is a very cool topic. I definitely feel the vibe. I know a lot of guys out there are probably going to be like, what is this about? Oh, well, this is something called technology.
Yes, because I remember when technology came into our relationship, and I was quite mad because I felt like you were giving the iPad more attention than me.
That's right. I remember that. It started like 2010. That's when the iPad came out. Even though I was in the line in New York City to purchase the iPhone when the iPhone just came out. And I wasn't really a fan of it in the beginning. I think the iPad, that's what really got me hooked up. And it was a cool time because I found the iPad kind of be like the newspaper, the TV. I felt like it was everything in it. But yeah, I started to realize that there was an issue in it.
And you used to come home from a long day's work, go take a shower, lay in bed, and write on the iPad. And I was like, excuse me, I'm sitting right here. Can you talk to me? Can you say hi? Yes, and the thing is, no, not just the iPad. You have your phone. You have apps. You have TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, things that we don't really care about. So you sit on your couch and you have the TV on, and then you're on your phone doing whatever that you really don't care about. And your wife or your partner or husband, they're kind of just sitting there.
Yeah, but all that changed when I bought you your first iPhone. And then you were like, this is cool.
Yeah, I'm so bad with it.
Yeah.
So bad with it.
You know what's really I haven't get there how our kids are looking at us in general.
Oh, terrible.
Because sometimes
Terrible.
you're out, like you're in the supermarket and I'm in the line waiting to pay and there's this parent in front of me on the phone and the kid is holding the hand. Dad, can I have a chocolate? The typical, right? Dad, can I have a chocolate? And the father's like, yeah. He just said yeah, and he had no idea what he just approved of.
Well, I can say I'm not that bad, but yes, I've seen things out there, and it's got to be actually horrible for our kids to see because they didn't really have cell phones back then when we were children, so I never saw my parents be like that. I mean, my father recently, only a couple years ago, got his first cell phone.
Yeah, which is a flip phone.
Which is still a flip phone.
Which is incredible. That is so
Razor.
cool. It is cool. It is cool. Now your phone is your office, your assistants, it's your work. You carry everything in it.
You do. Your emails, everything. We have to learn as a society, put it down.
Yeah, you know that now they sell these little cages so you can put your phone in it if you want to have a family dinner or get together, which we miss those nowadays because we can be together. But yeah, it's like a little gel made out of plastic, and you put all the phones in there, and you lock it.
I want one of those.
Everybody should have one. Everybody
Because
should.
no, you sit aimlessly, and I can be giving you attention or my kids. And yes, sometimes I feel like it's my little me time, even if I have the TV on and I'm scrolling through, and I'm not really paying attention to either or thing. It's still just my zone out time.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you know that movie Click where sometimes I wish I could do that because I think that would kind of push people out of that to realize that we're doing it too much, and doing it too much is not.
So now I have this question for you. How do you feel, or how can you balance between that technology that's in front of your face all the time or versus being affectionate?
So sometimes you just have to put it down. Notice that you've been on it too long and realize I have to stop and take a look at my surroundings. You know, if it's during the day and you guys are working a lot and when you're working you're on your phone, maybe stop and say, hey, let's go have a day date. You know, I know that saved us because we have the kids at night, so we can't go out on dates because we don't have anyone to watch the kids. So we did a lot of day dates, which is, you know, leave the phone, put it down. It doesn't matter who's calling, it doesn't matter what's happened. Take a little half an hour to an hour. That's it.
Just to be affectionate with you. With
Yeah, just show affection, sit down, have conversations, acknowledge, you know, have a little discussion of something that might have bothered you from the day before, just to kind of, you know, feel each other out. You don't have to have like a long drawn out, but, you know, give each other hugs, stop during the day, put the phone down, give each other a hug, give each other a kiss if you can. Most couples don't work together.
Yeah.
So when you're home, and normally that's at night or the morning, put it down.
It's hard, man, because I gotta tell you, every week is a new device. Every week is something new coming up, or it's an industry that is very, very hands-on, you know, and you have couples that really don't care. They got their first iPhone, you know, the iPhone 5, and it works for them, and they still use it, and there's no problem with that. But then you got the geeks ones that, including myself, I love technology. Man, that you're just trying to get the new gadget. What is new? And it does affect relationships.
It does, because I feel like a lot of times, like, even, you know, for you to go to bed, you have to scroll through your phone now, and you were never like that in the beginning.
Yeah.
And you're just reading a bunch of nonsense that you don't really, you know, just to try to get yourself to go to sleep.
But at the same time, when is the last time you pick up like a newspaper and
Never.
read it? Exactly.
Been years.
Been years, and that's the world that we live in. We find latest news. We find family news through the phone. You know, a family member's having a baby, you found through the phone.
That's
share
right.
the picture. So it's a topic that it's not taboo at all. Everybody knows the technology.
But some people, it's not even just about the phone. You know, they have the watches and
which they include on the phone, and that's one thing that a lot of people now with the watches, the smart watches, they feel that it's becoming an issue. Why? Because they put the phone down to go on a date, and then they hold in hands, and the phone, the smartwatch vibrates, and they feel it, and they look it up, and it's a new email. So hold on, I have to answer this.
Right.
So it's becoming another problem. It's becoming another problem as well. So what Marie's trying to say is, put the phone down.
Yes, listeners. So there is an app called TikTok. Some of you may know it, some of you may not. But, you know, they do little challenges and people repeat small things. And so there's this challenge, and it made me laugh, where you get completely undressed, your phone is faced outward, and you go meet your spouse.
Oh, yeah.
And to see their reaction.
Yeah.
Right? And it's funny, but it's like, why do that with a phone in your hand? Why not just...
Which, in fact, if you really think about it, if the Egyptians had a chance of share everything they did, we will know how they built the pyramids. You know, so we are a new generation that is sharing every single thing. If it's something happened, they know how we did things, how we work as a society, whether it's positive or negative, but they find history. I think in the next 20, 50 years, history is going to be more into details.
Yes, which is cool. I'm all for sharing.
Yeah, but that's a little too much.
I mean, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's quite funny because some of the reactions are really quite funny.
Yeah.
But it's just in this conversation of technology, it's like you're only doing that because it's a thing going around on an app instead of doing it to want affection, because in relationships, affection is different for each person.
Yeah. You know the saying in the Greek movie? The man is the head of the family,
But the woman is the neck.
And she can move the head any way that she wants.
Absolutely true. It's absolutely true.
It's as important to have your neck be flexible.
Your head could never move without your neck.
Yeah. So it's a teamwork. That's the message we're trying to say. Always seeing your partner as your best friend, as a teammate, as a person who needs to learn how to put the phone down when it needs to be. Let the technology go.
What would you say that the affection that I like, that you do, that tells me that you love me without saying the words "I love you"?
Making you coffee in the morning.
It's so true.
Maybe clean the car once in a while. You know, I know you appreciate that a lot.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah, especially having two kids. It's definitely,
Yeah.
yeah. I love mechanics as well. Changing the car oil, cleaning the car. You know, I love doing those things. So for me, it's fun to do it.
And listen, not that I don't know how, and not that I can't,
She
because I
knows.
spent many years doing it, but it's really nice that sometimes I don't have to. And that's what people have to understand in your marriage is just because you can do it, just because you have done it, doesn't mean you can't let somebody in to do it for you once in a while and take that burden off your shoulders.
Yeah.
So if I can do for you, you know, occasionally I do your laundry and you're like, oh, thank you for folding it and putting it away. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's small things like that.
Yeah.
Like,
It's very small things. Another part of the technology I will think is important is that it can help you in your relationship. It can help you a lot. I mean, now, for example, you have Netflix. You want to once in a while sit down and watch a movie together. Hashtag Netflix and chill. But, you know, you can use the technology to your advantage with a relationship.
absolutely.
You have no idea. Like, when I was in high school, I wish I have Siri. I wish I have Google.
You had to go run out. They didn't have, you had to rent and they didn't have it. You had to wait a week or two.
No, I mean, if I needed to find anything, bro, just go to the library and look for something. I had a
Yeah, but they
question.
didn't always have it.
Exactly. So, you know, it's definitely, you can use it for your advantage as well.
Yes, and those, listen, if you can't have day dates, have night dates. And night dates, you don't have to leave your house.
Yeah.
You know, make your house a date. When you know, most of the time you can't leave your house because you have children and you don't have a babysitter. But even if you don't have children, but you don't want to go out, you don't want to put the heels and the makeup and the pretty outfits, you just want to be chill. You know, make your house a date. Make the night in your house a date. And do something that you both enjoy. Because that's important to constantly do things together that you enjoy. Yes, it's okay to have differences. Like, you started liking golf. I do not like golf. I will not go play golf with you. But I allow you to, not allow, but, you know, I don't have,
The necessity to be top of me for me.
to go with you. You can go with your friends, go whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm okay not going out with you.
Yeah.
So there's okay to have your differences. You go there, I do what I need to do. But then it's also very, very important to come together and appreciate each other in the relationship.
Yeah.
Like you did in the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to really put it in the perspective that there's a whole generation that never knew that we didn't have phones or smart technology and used to go date. And man, it was different because you have to plan the date and you have to make phone calls and you have to go physically making a reservation without open table.
That's so true.
It was so hard, you know. So once again, I said it again, use technology to your advantage. If you can have the Open Table app, you know, and might get you in a place that you never thought could get you in, you know.
Yeah, but it's a balance. It's a balance with technology because, you know, we have to embrace. If you don't embrace, you'll be left behind.
Yeah.
So, you know, you gotta
Go with the flow.
go, yeah, you know, grow with your times.
Yeah.
But find the balance because it's very, very important to find the balance.
It is. Well, with that being said, if you hold on your phone, make sure to check us out on Mike and Marie Show. Okay? We are on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcast.
And remember, questions and comments can be sent to mikeandmarieshow@gmail.com.
Thank you very much for listening. This is Mike and Marie Show.